Check this out, guys. It's madness. It's March Madness. The college tournament's going on, and we thought we would have our own crawler tournament. This is the CrawlerTrax March Madness Crawler Edition. Let's go. We are in the middle of March Madness. The basketball tournament's going on, and here at CrawlerTrax, we're fully engulfed in March Madness. We filled out our brackets, and we want you to as well. And this is what we're talking about. We're gonna put these rigs up against each other in a head-to-head competition to see who comes out on top, and we want you guys to participate. We've broken them up into different divisions, and we want you guys to play along with us. We're gonna put a link down below where you can download this bracket right here that's on the screen over here, and we want you to fill it out and email it back to us at info@thehangarrc.com. That's H-A-N-G-A-R, like an airplane hangar. And we're gonna do a drawing. Now, let me tell you what this drawing's all about. We're gonna tell you about each one of these rigs so you guys can play along. We have this bracket right here. We'll put a link to it down in the description below, and you guys can fill this bracket out. And if you fill it out and mail it back to us, or email it rather back to us, and if you pick the overall winner, we're gonna send out a prize pack to you. So how this competition is going to work is there are 3 things you must do to enter this competition. The first thing, you have to be a subscriber to our channel and to FMS's channel. So head on over to FMS, click our subscribe button down there. That's the first requirement. The second requirement is you have to fill out that guy right there. You have to fill out the bracket, whether you do it digitally, it can be filled out digitally, or whether you fill it out, print it off and fill it out manually or analogly, you fill it out by hand, if you will, and take a picture of it with your phone and email it back to us, or save the digital version and email it back to us. You're gonna send it to info@thehangarrc.com. That's H-A-N-G-A-R, like an airplane hangar, not like a clothes hanger. And the third thing you have to do to be our grand prize winner, you have to pick the overall champion in our crawler matchup. Now, a lot of you may ask, what happens if 2 of us pick the same crawler? That's understandable. We've accounted for that. So in that case, we will take all the people who pick the correct crawler, we'll put them in a hat, we'll shake them up, and we'll draw the winner for the grand prize. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's up for grabs? Let me show you. First of all, I want to send a massive shout out to FMS. They have sponsored this tournament, and they've donated some really cool stuff from swag all the way to our grand prize, and I can't thank them enough. Second of all, let me explain how we're going to do this. So what you do is you download the bracket, you fill out the brackets, and don't worry, we're gonna go through each rig so you can make an educated guess on which rig's gonna come out on top. We have 4 different divisions, and within this video, we're gonna show you what each one of these crawlers has so you can make the best guess you can to get to the final one. Let me quickly go over another item of business that you're gonna wanna know about. Sometime during this video, we're gonna give away a special promo code. That promo code will be good for discounts on our product. That promo code will only be valid the length of the tournament. Once the winner is decided, that promo code will be turned off and you will no longer be able to use it. So you'll want to make sure you take advantage of that promo code. As most of you know, we don't do sales very often here at the Hangar RC. This will be a way for you to get on some discounts and pick up some of our obstacles. So you're gonna have to watch the video because I'm not gonna give away when I'm gonna tell you the code, but it'll come during this video sometime. So make sure you stick around for the whole thing so you can pick up on that discount code. Additionally, for every order that uses that discount code that's going to be given to you sometime within the length of this video, we are gonna throw in either some FMS swag or some CrawlerTrax swag. You may wanna hurry because supplies are limited. Once again, every order that is shipped using that code while supplies last, we'll be throwing in some extra swag for you. Supplies are limited and they will go quick, I promise you that. So that being said, let's talk about what FMS has donated. First of all, the grand prize winner, the person who picks the final champion, we are going to be giving you a CrawlerTrax pipeline. You heard it, a pipeline is up for grabs. In addition to that pipeline, we are going to be giving away this FMS FJ Cruiser. This is a 1/18 scale crawler or trail rig, and this thing is probably the most detailed crawler or rig that I have seen on the market. This thing is amazing. I have one sitting up on the shelf up there, and it is honestly one of my favorite rigs for scale detail. It is such a cool rig. And if you've never seen one of these in real life, it's a hard body, it's an awesome trail rig, and it really does look like the real thing. It functions like the real thing, has a real hood, which is one of my favorite things that FMS does, is they put the actual battery and quote unquote the motor underneath the hood, which is really, really cool. Super, super scale vehicle, but we got it right here. It's in the box. And we will ship this out to you along with one of our obstacles, as well as you'll be receiving some CrawlerTrax swag and some FMS swag. We got hats, we got bags, we got stickers. So there are 3 things you have to do in order to be eligible for the competition. The first thing you have to do is fill out your bracket and email it to info@thehangarrc.com. That's HANGAR, like the airplane, not like the clothes. So make sure you email, we'll put it right here on the screen, right here. And make sure you email your bracket either analog, pen and paper, and take a picture of it with your phone and send it in, or digitally. The second requirement is you have to be subscribed to FMS's YouTube channel as well as our YouTube channel. So head down right now and hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends. Oh, and hit that notification bell too, so that when we start this whole competition, which, by the way, we're going to be doing those in shorts. So we won't do full-length videos until the very end, but we're going to be doing shorts. So in order to see if your favorite crawler that we have on the table with us today wins the competition, you'll have to follow our YouTube channel so you can see all the shorts and see how your bracket does. And that's it. That's all you got to do to be entered to win the FMS FJ Cruiser, as well as one of our obstacles and some great swag. So share this with all your friends, share it in all the groups, get as many people as you can to download the bracket and fill it out for a chance to win. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's talk about our favorite part. Let's talk about the crawlers that are in this competition. First of all, we've divided up into 4 divisions. The first division is the UPD division. That stands for the upgraded division. All these rigs in the upgraded division have some sort of upgrade done to them. It could be a simple thing such as high clearance links. It could be multiple things such as high clearance links, a servo, brushless motor, whatever. They have upgrades. The second division that we have is the BRL division. That is the brushless division. Now, some of these rigs may be bone stock or box stock, but they all have a brushless motor. So we'll go through each one of those. The third division is the 6X division. And this is one of my favorite divisions. It's the 6x6s. Every rig in that division is at least 6-wheel drive. And in fact, all of them are 6-wheel drive, but I would love to have had Ken from the Shop Mini RC, his 8x8. That thing is epic. And last division is what I'm calling the box stock division, or the STK division. Every rig within the stock division has not been modified at all. It's come straight from the box. So without further ado, let's get into these rigs. The first category we're gonna start with is the upgraded division. Okay, now that we got the prizes out of the way, we got how the competition's going to work, let's go. The upgraded division. Each division is broken into 4 seeds. Now, those seeds are set by us based on our knowledge of each one of our individual rigs. We're gonna go over in detail everything that's been done to these rigs so that you have an idea and you can make your best educated guess in your bracket. This is CrawlerTrax Bracketology. Let's go. The first rig in the number 4 seed is the rig that we call Blue Betty. This rig is a TRX4M. So let's start off by looking at the bottom of this rig. We have, first you'll see is the upgraded links. Next on the list is steel drive lines. Third on the list of things that are visible on the outside are upgraded wheels. These wheels don't have wheel weights. They're just the regular aluminum or metal wheels, but they are housed or wrapped with the stock TRX4M BF Goodrich mud terrain tires. So these tires are box stock, it's just the wheels that have been upgraded. And not only does this have wheels, but it also has wheel spacers. I think it has 5mm wheel spacers on here. Now, let's take a look inside. Let's pop the top here. Still the best clipless system in the industry. On the inside, you can see this has upgraded long travel shocks. I think these are 52mm. I could be wrong, but they are oil filled. And it has a Hanger RC digital Metal Gear servo. This is left over from the plane days, and it fit beautifully in this TRX4M. And the last thing this beast has is a Holmes Hobby 180 87 turn motor. It's a brushed motor, so just be aware of that. And those are the upgrades to Blue Betty, our TRX4M Bronco in this competition. Next, the number 3 seed. This is the rig that started it all here at CrawlerTrax. It's my Jurassic Park, or what we call JP for Jeep or Jurassic Park, Jeep Gladiator. This thing has many upgrades, so let's get going. As you can see, starting on the bottom, it has upgraded links, high clearance links all around. It has steel drive shafts. Moving towards the back, it has brass differential covers, and they are heavy. It has steering linkages. It has an EcoPower 9-gram servo. The wheels and tires have been upgraded. It has some wheels with wheel weights and some Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X's on it. These are my favorite tires. Looking under the hood, this thing has double barrel shocks. I think they're 58mm, and it has flex blades on the rear. It also, moving around here, has a FuriTech Chameleon brushed motor with a heatsink. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this JP Jeep Gladiator, the one that started it all. Next on the list is the number 2 seed. The number 2 seed goes to a rig that we call Horsepower. This is our white SCX24 Jeep JLU Gladiator. Jeep JLU, I should know that, I own one. The first thing you'll notice on this, it has wheels and it has upgraded tires, and I think these are OGRC tires. Looking under the hood, it has an upgraded E-pinion motor. Don't ask me what the specs are on it because I'm not quite sure. It has long travel, either 48 or 52mm shocks, and it has an upgraded E-Max servo and steering components. Other than that, it does have a tow rope. I love these things, by the way. They're super cool. Other than that, that's our white SCX24 JLU that we call Horsepower. And the number 1 seed in the upgraded division, you guessed it, FX18 Fury Wagon. This is the first iteration of this vehicle. So let's go over the specifications. First of all, it has wheels. These are the Hobby Soul negative offset wheels, so it's got quite the offset. It has some mudslinger tires. These things are massive. I'm not even sure what size they are. 2.5 by 0.98. They're pretty big. Obviously, we didn't put the clips back in this, but good time to go under the hood. Under the hood, it has an OGRC servo up front, and the heart of this beast is the Cedar motor. Yes, that's right. We've taken out the Venom and put in a Cedar from FuriTech. This thing is an animal. Other than that, everything else on the rig is stock. It does weigh quite a bit because of the Hobby Soul wheels. Those wheels weigh a ton, and I love the Hobby Soul wheels, by the way. They're pretty awesome. Okay, that is the upgraded division. Let's move on to the brushless division. In the number 4 seed is my tow pig. This thing is awesome. This is what we tow all our trailers with. It will be competing with this big old tow hitch on the back, so to its advantage or disadvantage. First thing you'll notice is these dually tires. These dually tires are awesome. They work phenomenal in the mud pit because of the large surface area. It just floats right on top of the mud. However, they are not bead locked. The tires just spin on the wheels, and they come off quite easily, so be aware of that. Up front, we have the stock wheels and tires that came with the K5, that came with the C5, C10. What is this thing? The C10? That came with the C10. I think I called it a C5 earlier. It's a C10. I apologize. With the BF Goodrich crawler tires. So those came stock. Underneath the rig, you'll notice this has upgraded high clearance links. It has ramp crab differential covers. They're not incredibly heavy, but they do add some weight and weight down low. Underneath the hood, you'll notice this has 48mm long travel double barrel shocks, much like some of our other upgraded rigs. And the heart of this lion is the FuryTech Micro Komodo brushless motor. And that is it for this rig right here. Mind you, it will, just so you know, it will be competing with its dual tires and with its tow hitch intact. The number 3 seed goes to a box stock rig, and we've already seen one of them in the competition so far, the FX18 Fury Wagon. This rig is my Fury Wagon. It's a little bit different color than this rig, as you can see, but we may just run the green body on this just so you can tell the difference between this one and this one very easily. So just be aware that this body may change to our green one. It's kind of a darker green, but you'll see. This thing is box stock. There is not one upgrade to this. It's got the stock wheels and tires, stock motor, stock everything. It's box stock. The number 2 seed goes to one of my favorite rigs, goes to the other FX18, the Katana. This one we just got, we just did a review on it. If you haven't seen our review on this, we'll put a link up here in the little info card and you can watch that review. It is awesome. This thing is also box stock, except for a broken snorkel, which we broke in the last video. So this is an amazing rig out of the box, and it doesn't have any upgrades. So no sense in talking about it. Let's move on. This green is beautiful. By the way, the green that we're gonna maybe show for the other FX18 Fury Wagon is a lot darker than this green. And the number 1 seed in the brushless division goes to none other than the Hobby Plus Evo Pro. It's got the Venom brushless motor from FuryTech Electronics, and it is absolutely amazing. This is the way it came out of the box, minus the CrawlerTrax sticker, which you know adds 10 to 15 horsepower. Box stock. That rounds off our brushless division. Moving on to our next division. Our next division is one of my favorites. It's the 6X division or the 6x6s. Starting off with the number 4 seed, FMS Apache. This thing is unreal as far as scale details go. Not the greatest crawler in the book. If you've ever driven one of these, it's more of a scale rig than a crawler, but it's a 6x6, and so it's super cool. By the way, this is box stock, not an upgrade on this, but it looks so pretty. Such a beautiful rig by FMS. Well done, FMS. This thing is awesome. The number 3 seed in our 6x6 division goes to the Panda Hobbies Terra 1, Terra something. Terra 6, Terra 1. I can't remember the name of this rig. If you know the name, put a comment down below. The Panda Hobbies. This is one of our very first 6x6. In fact, this is our very first 6x6. Panda Hobbies is killing it. They're doing a great job on their crawlers. They look very scale, and they're actually decently priced. So, by the way, this does have a few upgrades, but they're all cheapest free upgrades, so we were able to do them without spending any money on this thing. The first thing we did was the foams that came in these tires were so hard that it had a hard time crawling over the most basic obstacle. So we eliminated the foams in these tires. The next thing we did is we pulled off our springs so that our shocks sat at full droop, and we actually upgraded the oil in our shocks, just with some oil we had laying around. So that is the Panda Hobbies Terra 1. I can't even remember what it's called. It's been a while since we've run this one. As you can tell, it's pretty dusty. But Panda Hobby is killing it. They've done some really great rigs. This has got an all-metal chassis. What a great rig, especially for a beginner. This was our first 6x6, and we had so much fun with these rigs, and we actually beat on them pretty hard, and they held up. The number 2 seed on our 6x6 list, on our 6x6 list, that's a tongue twister, is none other than the FMS Atlas. This rig is also box stock. This is one of my favorite 6x6s because we have big plans for this. We haven't had a chance to get around to it yet, but we have some really cool upgrades that we're going to do with this and some customization. That's my dog, so hold on just a moment. This rig is actually really awesome. It's a very capable rig out of the box, and we have big plans for this girl, but we just haven't gotten around to them. We want to do some really cool stuff. We've seen some really cool stuff from the community. Those have done stuff to this rig, and we want to implement some of those on our rig. So stay tuned for that if we ever get around to it. Now for the number 1 seed in the 6X division, and it is the FuryTech Cayman 6x6, or FuryTech Cayman 6X as I call it. This thing is box stock except for the wheels. These wheels are hobby sold wheels, and they're wrapped with the stock tires that come with the FuryTech Cayman 6x6, and they are actually awesome awesome wheels. And with the Cayman, that rounds off our 6X division, or 6x6 division. Now we're moving on to our last and final division, the box stock division, or this STK division. In the number 4 seed is the T-Word TRX4M Hyrail. This rig is box stock, just like the rest of the rigs in this class. They're all stock. The only thing that's been done to this rig, besides shedding a little bit of weight because of the mirror that broke off, is that sticker on the windshield right there. That is a CrawlerTrax sticker, and that sticker alone adds at least 10 or 15 horsepower, right? Oh, it has one on the back too, so we're already at 20 to 30 horsepower. You know that stickers, you know they do that. So if you get some of our stickers in this competition, make sure you put them all over your rigs because they add extra horsepower. The number 3 seed in our stock division is the Hobby Plus T-Hunter. Just like all the other rigs in the stock division, this thing is box stock. This thing may look brand new because it is. We've only run it one other time, and in fact, we just again pulled it out of the box so that we could put it in this competition. It is brand new and it is box stock. What a cool looking rig. That thing is awesome. Big plans for this guy too, by the way. All right, guys. There's a mosquito flying around. All right, guys. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Got him. Gross. He squished all over my rig. Before we get to the rest of our stock class, I'm going to go ahead and give you that keyword or that code to use on our website at checkout. And that code is not only going to get you a 15% discount on any of our products, but it will get you, while supplies last, some swag from either us here at CrawlerTrax or FMS. Again, while supplies last. Once they're gone, they're gone. The coupon code that you want to be aware of, we'll put it right here on the screen. That's right. It's right there. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to mention it in the thing. I'm not going to say it on the microphone, but it should be right here. We'll leave it up for a few seconds, and using that code now till the end of March Madness, the real March Madness, the NCAA Tournament March Madness, that code will be valid for 15% off our product here at CrawlerTrax. And for the first orders that come in while supplies last, you will either get CrawlerTrax swag or FMS swag. So there you go. There's our code. Now let's get back to our final rigs in the stock class. Starting with number 2, the FX18 from FMS, the LC80. This Toyota is a bad mama jama. This thing is so cool and so capable out of the box. It is stock, but coming stock, it has metal links, and it's an animal. I was pleasantly surprised when I first opened this up and found out its capabilities. This thing is absolutely a tank when it comes to performance out of the box. And last but not least, in the number 1 seed of the stock division is our brand new Red Cat Ascent. Apparently, we've only run this one time up and down the broken bridge, but apparently this is one of the most capable out-of-the-box stock rigs that is on the market today. It looks cool too. Love this silver. It's totally rad. That silver color is gorgeous. All right, Red Cat Ascent rounds off our stock class on the CrawlerTrax March Madness Crawler Edition tournament. Well guys, that rounds out, that is every rig that's going to be comping in this tournament. Now, we have laid out a course for each round of competition, starting with some of our easiest obstacles and working our way to some of our latest obstacles that we haven't announced yet, so stay tuned for that, and some of our hardest obstacles. So you'll see quite a variety of our obstacles that these are going to compete on. They're each going to be timed. Whatever rig runs the course the fastest time without having a hand of God intervention, those are the rigs that are going to move on in the bracket. This tournament will not work unless lots of people in the community know about it. The more people, the funner this thing is going to be. And we're excited to share this with all of you out there in crawler land. So make sure that you share this video with your friends, your clubs. Let's get everybody involved and see how many brackets we can get filled out and in the runnings for this beautiful FJ Cruiser from FMS. It's going to be fun, and the more people we have that participate, the better off it's going to be. So, that being said, we're super excited. This tournament is going to run through all of the NCAA March Madness, so as we go along in that tournament, we'll be going along in this tournament. Keep in mind, once again, they're going to be running as shorts on our YouTube channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Not only is it a requirement for the giveaway, but it's also a requirement so that you know when a new short comes out and you can see how your picks are doing as we run through the bracketology in this tournament. It's going to be fun, guys, and I appreciate your support. Again, I'm tremendously grateful for FMS for sponsoring this competition and donating us the swag and the rig so that we can give it away to you guys, shipped right to your front door. Last but not least, we have to cover the part that I hate, the legalese or the legal nonsense that we have to say. First and foremost, no purchase is necessary. All you have to do is go to our link, which is down below in the description of this video, and download our thing, and make sure you follow all the steps. Subscribe to our channel, subscribe to FMS's channel, fill out the bracket, email it to info@thehangarrc.com. Once again, HANGAR, like the airplane hangar, not like the clothes hanger. And if you pick the correct rig, you'll be entered to win this FJ Cruiser from FMS. Second of all, we can only ship to the continental United States, coast to coast. So if you live outside that mainland area of the United States of America, you can still join. You can do it with your buddies for fun. You can just do it for fun for yourself. Or if you win, we will be reaching out to you. And if you want to pay for shipping, we will put in what we would have paid for shipping within the United States, and you can make up the difference and we will ship it, I guess, anywhere in the world. But just be aware that you're going to have to make up the difference in the shipping. But make sure you fill out your email on the form so we know how to get a hold of you. Other than that, I think that's it. Once again, guys, thanks for joining me on this episode. We've had a blast putting this together for you guys so that you guys can have a chance to win one of our obstacles and an FMS FJ Cruiser. So with that being said, once this video drops, which if you're watching it now, it's dropped, download that bracket, get it filled out, and it's go time. Let's have a blast, and we'll see you in the tournament or on the trail. Thanks, guys.